YouTube, what it is, we back, baby. But I'm gonna take a minute real quick to clarify my stance on Quavo and Takeoff. Now, I'm gonna say this. That video I did, because a lot of people think I was harsh on him. Or not a lot of people, but a few people. But that video I did was to say, yo, you gotta be careful who you argue and beef with. You follow me? Now, you know, altercations happen. But you, or him as a person with money and influence, you gotta be careful not to put yourself in that type of situation, because you can see things can happen. And it might not always happen to you. You follow me? And that's just anybody out there. When you outside and you out with your homeboys and you getting these beefs, these disputes, things happen, and it might not be you who suffer the consequences. I seen it before in my own life. Arguing with a guy on the phone. Couple months later, the guy come out, kill one of my homeboys. I caught the blame. Was I really to blame? No, because it was things that happened after that. But I gotta take some sort of accountability. You feel me? And understand that, you know, Quavo going through a tough time, his family going through a tough time, because it's enough dealing with it already. That's not easy. But we also got to remember, sometimes, yo, people got to get the harsh reality. Sometimes people got to get the harsh reality in order to change moving forward, because that's all we can do. Takeoff is gone. All Quavo can do is move forward. So looking forward, make sure that you don't put yourself in these type of situations, because you might not be the person that suffer physically. But let's get to the day, man. So everybody familiar with what's going on with Dwyane Wade and his child Zaya or Zion. You feel me? Everybody know what's going on. It been in the news for what, about 3-4 years now? I think since the child was 12. So the day we get news that, hold up, man, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. But the day we get news that Dwyane Wade's ex-wife filed a lawsuit. Well, not really a lawsuit, but a petition. Listen to this. Dwyane Wade's ex-wife is fighting a legal petition to allow their daughters to change her gender and name, claiming the child is being pressured financially to make monumental decisions. According to legal documents obtained by The Blast, the former NBA star Dwyane Wade's ex-wife, Siohvaughn Funches Wade, filed an objection to the petition for recognition of their daughter Zaya's change of gender and issuance of a new birth certificate. As you know, Wade's daughter is transgender and is asking to be legally identified as female. The issue is that she's only 15 years old and must get a court order and permission from her parents to make the change. To start, Siohvaughn claims her famous ex-husband is attempting to circumvent the requirements of an Illinois final custody order judgment entered on March 14, 2011. Siohvaughn says the former couple's final custody order provides parental consolation and that Dwyane shall discuss with and obtain input in major decisions affecting care, welfare, activities, health, education, and religious upbringing of their two children prior to any major decisions being made. Shockingly, Siohvaughn, who is represented by celebrity attorney Mark Gross, claims there are multiple factors to be considered by a court in determining the request to change the minor's child name and gender. The minor child is 15 and 1/2 years old, adding, Dwyane is positioned to profit from the minor's child name and gender change with various companies through contacts and marketing opportunities, including, but not limited to, deals with Disney. Dwyane's ex-wife is straight up saying the child might be influenced by an opportunity for the NBA star to make money if the gender change is complete. This matter has been highly reported in the media, and there will likely be media pressure on the minor child, she writes. Siohvaughn clarified her position, claiming, It was Dwyane who told her directly that money was partially behind the decision. She writes, I have concerns that Dwyane may be pressuring our child to move forward with this name and gender change in order to capitalize on the financial opportunity that he has received from companies. She explains, in April 2022, Dwyane invited me to one of his residences in Atlanta, Georgia. During this occasion, he informed me that a lot of money had been already made and that additional money will be made in relation to our child's name and gender issues. Dwyane told me that he intended to make our child very famous due to the name and gender issues, and also informed me that there would be endorsements, contracts associated with therewith. Adding, I inquired what companies made deals or was willing to make deals with Dwyane regarding our child Zaya, who was present at the time. Answered that various companies were interested and that Disney was a prospective company. Obviously, Dwyane's ex-wife is objecting to the gender change and changes to Zaya's birth certificate, asking the court to force them to wait until she's 18 years old to make such important decisions. Specifically, Siohvaughn contends that the minor child should be given the opportunity at the age of majority, which is 2.5 years away, to make this monumental decision for themselves. She has strong concerns that Dwyane may be pressuring or incentivizing the minor child with lucrative financial opportunities in order to proceed with this instant petition. In the document, Zaya's mother touches on the subject that she might not fully be on board with an official and legal gender change. Siohvaughn claims that she is concerned that due to the high-profile nature of this case, if the minor child is not fully in support of the requested relief and is being pressured by Dwyane or financial opportunity, the minor child will experience further scrutiny and pressure from the media. As we reported, Dwyane opened up about the situation, the reason behind filing this legal request, saying, our then 12-year-old came home and said, hey, I want to talk to you guys. I think going forward, I'm ready to live my truth, and I want to be referenced as she and her, and I would love for you guys to call me Zaya. He added, we're just trying to figure out as much information as we can to make sure that we gave our child the best opportunity to be the best herself. It should be noted, the objection makes an argument that Dwyane has no right to make this decision based on the fact that the ex-couple's custody agreement is in Illinois. The laws regarding this issue are different from state to state, and Illinois' Department of Public Health requires an affidavit from the individual and a declaration of gender transition to be completed by either a licensed healthcare professional or a licensed mental health professional to confirm that the individual has either undergone clinically appropriate treatment for gender transition or has an intersex condition. In the end, Dwyane's ex-wife is asking the court to simply wait until the daughter is 18 years old to make this important decision as an adult. Also, put it plainly, I'm concerned that our child is being commercialized at a young age and also of the uncontrollable consequences of media exposure, i.e. cyberbullying, statements and or pictures taken out of context of our child, and the unwanted spotlight focused on our child. A hearing is set for December where the judge will make the ultimate decision. Now, I may have said lawsuit because that's what a lot of people think this is. And I understand her history with Dwyane Wade. It's a little shaky. She's been trying to get money out of him for years because he basically took their children. She got custody of both their kids. I think they got 2 together. But this is not that. This is her trying to take a stance in her child's life because I don't think she like what's going on. Now, I think she's on board with, the child is who they are. You feel me? He was born a boy, wants to be a girl. Okay, fine. But at what age do we allow these children to make their own decisions? And what she's saying is she thinks the child is being pressured because money is involved. You heard what she said. She had a conversation with Dwyane Wade. He get to talk about we already made a lot of money, but we can make more if basically we finalize it, which means the child get the gender change and change their name. Even birth certificate. I didn't even know you can do that. And I think that's fair for her to have them concerns after having that conversation. Because is that really something you want to monetize off of? Because if it's all about the child, making the right decision and doing what's best for the child and making sure the child is growing healthy, Do you want to monetize off of that? Do you really want to put that in the spotlight? And then you got to factor in Disney is backing it. You heard what they said. You got big money dealing with Disney. Disney history with children isn't all that great. Not at all. Like, these are all different stories. And some more out there, if you search the internet, you can find all of them yourself. Disney has a history. Not the company, but the people that it employs has a history of trafficking children, sex trafficking, all type of ill, wild stuff. So it's kind of ironic that he really willing to align himself with Disney out of all people. But I think her argument is valid, man. I think it's valid, man. I don't think this is a money grab. I think she had valid concerns as a parent, and I think she should, if he's trying to monetize. If that's his sole focus or his sole goal in all this is to monetize, is it really about the child? And if he is pushing this child to do this, and I don't think he alone, but if he pushing this child or they're pushing their child to do this, would that be considered child abuse? Or exploitation? Let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, support the movement. Like, I really want to know, how do y'all feel about this situation? Because a lot of people hold strong opinions both ways. Now, I ain't really going to give my opinion, but I'm going to say this. I think Dwyane Wade's ex-wife has a valid reason to want to know what's going on and want to question this. Because if the child is already 15, what's another 2.5 years? And do we really want kids making these decisions? Is that really is that really what we want in society? For children to make adult decisions? Like, I don't think that's a recipe for success. I don't. Especially considering how the brain works, and the brain really don't gain certain functions until you get a little older. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. I'm out.